Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. We're going to get started in just a minute here. Make sure to invite your teammates here. It's going to be a great team building training today. And one other thing, start to think of any success stories you've had in the last week or two. We'll share those here in just a minute as we get started. And where's everyone calling from today? Put it in the chat. We got Hawaii in the house. Awesome.
Idaho, California, Illinois, Arizona, Jersey, Vegas, Florida, Encinitas.
I'm actually in the country now.
Uh-oh. Coffee for closers is coming in the room.
All right, let's see if I can get going here.
Make sure you share audio too. Por favor.
You got it. You got it. All right. Do we need to re-record this? Or are we recording, or how does that work?
I'm going to.
All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday, April 29th. Can you believe May is already here? This year is flying by. So welcome to everybody, Power Hitters, Solar Warrior Tribe, all of Powur platform. If you're new here, put it in the chat how long you've been with Powur. And I'm joined by one of my co-hosts today, Tom Cotter. Where are you calling from, Tom?
I am in Kansas City.
Right on.
It's nice today. Nice and humid. Not as nice as California or Nevada or Florida or Maui, Irene. But it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, a lot of states representing this afternoon on the call today. And Chris and I are actually staying in Encinitas, Carlsbad, California for a few weeks. So we'll be hanging out in corporate headquarters, been hanging out a little bit with Jonathan Budd, masterminding on all the great things to come. So excited to share the updates as they start to happen. But as always, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, raise your hand, come off a mute. We want to hear a few success stories that you've had in the last week or two. And give us a few clues. Success leaves clues. So did you sign a deal? Did you join a BNI group? Did you have a homeowner presentation? Did you get an ambassador? Did you run some Facebook ads? Give us a few success stories from the last few weeks. And go ahead and raise your hand or come off a mute. Type them in the chat if you're shy. But anybody would like to share a success story, please go ahead and do so. I know Bill always has one. Cynthia's driving and has a success story. Go for it, Cynthia.
Hey guys, good morning. I had one sign up after 2 years of working on them. Honestly, it's been very hard for me to sell lately. Like my conversion rate is lower and I'm just having to talk to a lot more people and work them a lot harder to get them to sign up. And I'm just seeing a lot of people are competing. So there's just a lot more touches that have to go into it now, realistically, than I've ever seen before. And there's a lot more follow-up that needs to go into it now. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing that, but signed one finally after a couple years of working on her. So that was a huge win.
Congrats. Yeah, good advice there. Some of the deals require a lot of follow-up and hard work and competitive pricing situations, all the above. So way to get a signed deal there. Close out the month strong.
I'll jump in for Mike and Van, who I don't think are on this call yet. They may have some other stuff going on, but Mike is the the #1 recruiter, referrer this month in Powur. And I met Mike in my BNI group. He was the marketing guy and joined Powur and is doing Powur part-time now. So Mike is at 102 referrals for the month. And Van Dang, so Mike Brady is his name, and Van Dang, who you all saw interviewed on Powur Hour recently, and he's been on Building with Bobby as well. He's at 63 people brought in for the month, and those are, majority of those are setters, but there's some salespeople mixed in there as well. And then third place for the month is Larry McKinney and Eric, and then Chris is on there for the month too. Chris is #1 all-time recruiter. Chris Bernasso, #1 all-time recruiter for Powur. So excited to hear from him in a bit here.
You might be training on team building and recruiting.
Maybe.
Some of the best lead gen, especially if you're a closer and passive income guys. So, all right, let's go ahead and get to Tom's Corner Powur perspective of the day. Go for it, Tom.
So before we jump into Chris's topic on recruiting today, I just wanted to share something that really stuck with me. It's not about AI. It's not about scripts or strategies. It's about you, about one habit that honestly separates people who keep spinning their wheels from the ones who really start to win in life, in solar, in business. So listen to this quick video. It might be one of the most important things you hear all week.
There is one habit that you need to focus on to change your life. And it's not these fad habits that you see the self-help gurus talking about. It's not cold showers. It's not waking up at 4 a.m. to check off 74 things on your morning routine to-do list. It's not meditation. It's not affirmations. Don't get me wrong, all of those can help, but none of them are as powerful as this one. And it is to do what you say you're going to do. To follow through to your word to yourself. That is the highest act of self-love, because it is you saying, I love myself too much to let myself down. I will do what I need to do to create the life that I want, and I will follow through for me because I'm worthy of that. If you create that habit above all other habits, your life will change.
So just to get real for a few seconds, what did you say that you were going to do this week? Even just to yourself. Was it to start a conversation, send a message, book an appointment, follow up with someone? Whatever it was, after this Zoom, go do it. And start small if you need to, but show yourself that your word matters, because when you build self-trust, everything changes. And that's where real momentum can begin for you and where it can grow for you. Jonathan, back to you.
Thank you, Tom, for that powerful reminder. It reminds me of that image. It's like, just do it. Do it. Just do it. So let's make sure we do it. All right, a few quick updates before we get to today's training, everybody. Let's see. We have a brand new Aurora TPO workshop, and that is occurring Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 Pacific. So today after this call, you can attend a TPO Aurora workshop with Monty and Matt Gordon. That's huge. And then, Tom, maybe you can help me with this. We're launching New England, Boston, Rhode Island, Hudson. I think Charles is out there in person. Is it virtual? I mean, we're launching a few states here. What's going on with...
Yeah, these are in-person meetings, Boston, Rhode Island, and Hudson. You can see it's the 30th, the 1st, and the 3rd. Those are live and in-person events. They're not, Zoom events. I know we do a lot of those, but these are in-person in our Team Sunshine offices on the East Coast. So Charles will be there, Charles Thompson, Rick Joseph, Chris Mitchell, Fabian Sparrow. The Team Sunshine will be there as well, which is our installer in the Northeast. So if you are in that region and would like to attend and especially bring people with you, that would be great for your business. If you're not local in that area and you are talking to setters, to salespeople in the area, this would be great to send them to as well. Make sure that you message Charles, Fabian, Chris, Rick, and I can help with those conversations as well. But make sure that you let somebody know if you have a guest coming, so that way they can get them connected and refer them back to you to get signed up if not already. So this is big events in the New England area. And then on the 5th, the next thing that's happening for everyone that is virtual on Zoom is the monthly live ops update. We do this once a month. This is for everyone who is selling solar on the platform, whether you are a sales pro, a closer, or an enterprise. Get the latest information on panels, batteries, timelines, questions. In just a minute here, I'll put the link in the chat. But if you have questions or feedback for that event, there's a form that you can fill out in Knowledge Base. If you just search live update or operations, you can find the page. But again, I'll put it in the chat here in just a second.
Awesome.
And Jonathan, I think you added Saturday in there too.
Yeah, so this is being reserved May 25th at headquarters in Carlsbad. We're going to do a business presentation. Eric Goldstein and myself will be looking for 2 or 3 more leaders looking to help run this event live from headquarters on a Saturday morning in Carlsbad, y'all. So if you're in town, you want to drive down, come down, you want to invite people to this, we are going to be launching Powur 4.0 live from headquarters. This is an in-person business presentation. And then, of course, we'll probably do a little bit of training right after it as well. So look forward to that May 25th. And then, of course, guys, powurcalendar.com has all the trainings, all the updates. And if we look to the newsletter yesterday, I just want to make out 1 or 2 important calls for you guys. We have a quick start bonus. So if you have 5 appointments and you're a setter here, you're earning $500. That was announced at Masterclass. And also, if you click Masterclass event, you're going to see all the different trainings that Charles did and Jonathan Budd did. And I had a little bit on BNI networking, and Tommy talked about door knocking. So this was a powerful masterclass on Wednesday from headquarters. And that link is in the newsletter from yesterday. 1 or 2 more important call outs here. Tariffs are coming. So go back to every single unsold lead that you ever talked to, homeowner lead that you did not sell today, and let them know that prices are going up next month because of tariffs, and they have to lock in the price now. There will be an announcement coming formally by Powur, guys, but please, please know that we are going to be seeing probably a 10-15% increase. We saw the Tesla battery prices are going up, and some other things are going up as well. So make sure to go back to every customer and let them know about that. Vanguard contest is in full effect as well. New updates here. We did see this email that some of the Tesla pricing is going up, and then the new market launches. If you're new, take a setter surge and an onboarding. All right, last thing I have for you guys is the social media shareable of the day. Yes, it is about tariffs. So I will put the script into the chat here for you guys, and I'll put an image as well, thanks to ChatGBT. I don't love this image, so, come up with your own verbiage or your own image. It's now in the chat, and it's in our Google Drive team folder as well. But basically, tariffs are coming. Solar prices can be going up. Lock in your pricing before it's too late. Message us today, panels, batteries, inverters. So just a good call to action today to get people off the fence.
And I'll just put in another resource here. This is the Powur News Reporter GPT that I created. So even if you take Jonathan's post and just copy and paste it into that news reporter, it'll write a whole new post for you that's specific for setters, but you can just then tell it, make this specific for homeowners. So you can do a recruiting post and also a lead generation post from that same GPT.
Awesome. All right, guys, thanks for the patience here. We have a team building training for you guys. And it's my identical twin brother, Chris Bernasso, who I recruited around 3 to 4 years ago. He is the top recruiter, team builder in the company. He was new to solar just 3 to 4 years ago when he first joined Powur. He's earned 7 figures in commission, and he sold over 200 projects, and he has recruited hundreds and hundreds of people. So, Chris, appreciate you being on here. If you can, take a minute and just give a little bit more background maybe, or introduce yourself if people haven't heard from you, and tell us a little bit about all that traveling the last year or two, working virtually, and let's get into it. Give Chris some.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks so much, John. I can't believe it's already been 4 years that I joined. The time flies. It's crazy. 4 years ago. But hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Chris Bernasso, for those of you I haven't met before. I'm going to share my screen and get into a few things here. Let me pull this up. All right. So today, guys, I want to chat a little bit about myself. And we're talking about team building today, how to find and connect with people, some different automations, messages, groups, Facebook, how to attract people and share the business opportunity with them, follow up with them, keep the discussion going, ultimately get them to join your team, whether it's just as an ambassador, whether it is for as a Powur consultant joining your team. And once they do join, how to keep in touch with them, build that relationship. So that's kind of what we're chatting about today. And yeah, as my brother mentioned, my background is actually in e-commerce. I've been doing online marketing for the last 20 years. I had some different e-commerce website businesses selling wedding rings, selling the DJI drones that you see everywhere. I was one of the first online retailers selling the DJI drones over 10 years ago when they really started to take off. So I come from an online marketing background, and then 4 years ago, I joined Powur, and I was able to apply my marketing background to this industry from doing social media ads, LinkedIn, and recruiting and building a team was my main strategy. So we'll chat about that. As my brother said, I have recruited hundreds and hundreds, over 1,500 sales reps actually in the last 4 years. I've been able to recruit. And my first year in the business, I sold over 100 deals. I won a Tesla back 4 years ago, that picture on the bottom right there. And I do have solar on my home. This picture on the right, that is my house in Azusa. My brother helped me go solar 7 years ago. There's my system. I went up there and cleaned it off. You can see in that picture the water there. And as of last year, I've been traveling the majority of the time. I'll show you a little video from my social media last year. I went to Baltimore. I visited Charles at his house, did a Mexico home build. We went to Europe with our family. I went to Bali, Indonesia, and another Mexico home build. I did a road trip across the entire US, visited Melissa Dawson, visited Charles. I went to Europe. I was in Europe for 3 months, the end of last year. So I do my business completely virtually, and being able to grow a team and still get the passive income has allowed me to do that, allowed me to travel the majority of last year and still get those Friday rev share checks, which has been amazing. So I am a top recruiter in Powur, top 10 closer as well. Last year, I did surpass 7 figures that I was able to earn, mostly in 3 years. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. So why build a team? Passive income, of course. Who doesn't want passive income, right? We all want some passive income. JC told me this back in the day. He got this from him. He's like, do you want to go D2D until you are DEAD, right? And no one wants to go door to door their entire life. You want to build a team. You want to get passive income so that when you go on vacation, your paycheck does not go on vacation, but you keep earning, right? And another good saying for you guys, would you rather make 100% off of your own efforts, your own work, or would you rather make 1% off of 100 different people, right? And then top builders, guys, it's a way to also be a top closer. When you build a team, those are some of the best leads ever, all right? Because new sales reps, they have to go sell their first 1 to 3 deals with a closer, right? And they're going to go sell who? Their friends, family, their warm spheres. So typically, new sales reps, new consultants to Powur, the leads that they bring in and work with the closer are really, really good leads. All right. You can see on the right-hand side here, my earnings breakdown over the last couple of years. I've been in Powur, was able to achieve over 7 figures. And the majority of that has been from being a closer and the revenue share. Those are my 2 largest categories. So you kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. As you build a team, you get the overrides from your team and you also help close the deals for your teammates, right? So it's really a great combination. A lot of people in solar, they tend to go after just directly to homeowners. And I find that's very, very competitive, especially for me coming from online marketing. If you do advertising or Facebook ads going after homeowners, it's very, very competitive. Everyone's doing that. So the last 4 years, I've been applying my marketing background in the direction of recruiting and building teams and getting sales reps. And in essence, my new recruits are my leads because they bring in the leads that I help them close. And I get to teach and train them and get the overrides at the same time. All right. So when it comes to recruiting, you can recruit literally anyone. You can recruit realtors, loan officers, roofers, home professionals. And these people you go after, as my brother always says, we have the 1-2 punch. Would you rather be the $1,000 ambassador? Or would you rather join Powur, do a training, be more involved, qualify the customer, and book them for a Zoom, right? And get half the commission that way. Either way, we're going to do all the work for you as closers. Along with team building, you know, having fun, making friendships. I've made some of the best friends in this company, some that I've met completely virtually. So building a team just allows you to connect with humans, find that like-minded tribe, build community, and have a lot of fun, as you guys see that we have done over the years. So four or five main things we're going to be talking about today, guys, is generating leads. In this case, we're talking about leads as recruiting, right? Recruiting leads. And there's a lot of different places you can find people interested, whether it's Facebook, Google, different groups on YouTube, etc. And then once you find the leads, people that may be interested, you want to capture them. You want to save them. You want to make a database. I don't care if it's just a spreadsheet that you save them in. That's what my brother and I did when we first started, was just capturing everyone in a spreadsheet. In fact, I'll show you an example of a spreadsheet where we just list out people and put notes or the LinkedIn profiles and just listing real simply in a spreadsheet the top people we want to go after. And there's more advanced ways I'll be talking about today, whether it's some automation, some systems, some CRMs, and what have you. And then nurturing, you want to nurture those people. Once you capture their information, get their name, email address, phone number, you want to nurture them. Send them some text messages, send them some emails. So we'll talk about that. And there's levels to all this, guys. You can just keep a simple spreadsheet with their contact info and manually text or email them. You can use some software to send bulk texts or emails, or you can even use a CRM that automates that. And then AI is kind of the next level that will automatically engage them and have conversations with them. So there are levels to this. You know, start wherever you're most comfortable. And then closing them, right? Getting them on a Zoom, getting them to watch a 10-minute video, getting them to actually sign up and take action, right? And then the last step is, once they're on your team, to keep in touch with them, build the relationship with them, motivate them, get them on the training. So that's sort of the general funnel, the general flow that we're talking about today, right? So finding and connecting with people, that's really the starting point. You want to find and connect with any potential people that could join your team that are interested in selling solar. So home service professionals is a big category. Realtors, roofers, loan officers, HVAC contractors, CPAs, even my pool guy has given me referrals before and has wanted to join. So the home service professionals, those are people you could have as your $1,000 referral partner, or they can go ahead and join Powur, be more involved, add solar to their business, to their offering, to their customers, right? And then salesmen and women, any salesmen and women, people selling water, cars, alarm, pest, insurance, cell phone. My brother used to sell cell phones back in the day. Vacuums. I get a lot of guys that used to go door to door selling Kirby vacuums back in the day. If anyone ever door knocks me selling cable internet and an alarm system, I always reverse sell them. And I try to pitch them on solar. And it's like, why are you going to door to sell cables or alarm systems making a couple $100 when you could be making a couple $1,000 with solar, right? So finding these people, there's some different options. You can use LinkedIn, you can use social media, there's different groups, there's networking, and all of these types of things. You can also buy lists of people as well. So whatever you're good at, some people have the gift of gab. They do a lot of networking events. Some people like me are more online. We like to use databases and CRMs. Some people have set up booths or go to trade shows to connect with people. Bobby Smith sits by his pool and goes on LinkedIn and just messages people all day. So what are you good at? What is your communication? What is your sphere that you can tap into and connect with some of these people, right? On LinkedIn, you want to make sure your profile is updated. You can connect with different people. You can look for people that are open to finding a job. You can search for roofers, realtors, all these people we've been talking about. You can search for those people on LinkedIn. There's also groups on LinkedIn that you can look for different groups, whether it's entrepreneurs, salesmen and women, homeowner professionals, whatnot. To get more advanced on LinkedIn, there's something called Sales Navigator. It's about $100 a month, and that lets you search for different professions on LinkedIn. So really get detailed, and then you can do some exports and do some things more in bulk that way. You can also post job openings. You can go on ChatGBT and have it write an opening for an independent sales consultant, solar sales rep with Powur. Have it spit out a job opportunity for you. Go on LinkedIn, post that as an open job and see if people reply to it. More advanced on LinkedIn would be to do some actual advertisements on LinkedIn. And then there's also different softwares or companies you can use. There's a few different softwares to automate connecting with people. I think, is it Octopus was one of them. And then there's also companies. Powur has partnered with a company called Lead Hero that helps do some of these automations for us as well. On social media, Facebook and Instagram is where I get a lot of my recruits. I do Facebook, Instagram, Meta advertisements with different images, different promotions, and then I funnel people. That's sort of more advanced. To start on social media, as my brother always says, you want to get to 5,000 friends on Facebook. Add more people. Go on different groups. Especially on Facebook, there are groups for solar people, for sales reps, environmental groups, working from home groups, entrepreneur groups, 7-figure groups. You can literally go on Facebook and search for all these groups, tap into them, do some posts, get to know people on there. On your social media, posting yourself on there with your team, some videos, opportunities on there, sharing your successes, sharing your wins. That's what you want to do. Keep active on your social media. And then, as I mentioned, doing some Facebook or Instagram ads. That's sort of next level. If you guys have never done that before, I'd recommend trying to work with a business or a consultant. It can be quite advanced. You can really spend a lot of money really quickly and not be super dialed in. So work with a professional or take a course or something, but Facebook and Instagram ads are a big, big part of my recruiting. You can also hire a virtual assistant to connect with people and message people. I'm sure you guys see on your Instagram now, you get all these like people liking your stories and then sending you a friend request, and you want to click to them to see what they do. So that's getting more and more popular as well. And I do recommend using your personal profile. A lot of people on social media, they want to set up a business account. I recommend use your personal profile. Make it a blend of your personal life and your professional life. I think people that just see a purely business account, they get a little turned off. And even the social media algorithms, they don't promote just your purely business profile as much. They want you to pay to play, do a lot of advertising and things like that. And then as far as the groups, right? So whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, again, going on to different groups, whether it's solar groups, sales reps, environmental, work from home, earn seven figures, virtual business, all these types of groups exist on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn that you can connect with people on there. And then networking, guys, I just joined my local BNI chapter. My brother's been preaching that for years. I just joined one that's all virtual because I'm a digital nomad. I travel around. My group is called the 1688. And check this out. There's tons of professionals in here that have all sorts of businesses. There's a lot of realtors in my chapter, loan officer, insurance agents that I'm connecting with. I've been in BNI for 2 months now. I've already gotten at least 2 referrals from them, and I've networked and learned from a lot of these professionals. And if you guys do want to join BNI or you're interested in it, highly, highly, highly recommend it. There's the page to fill in your information and reach out. Find a local chapter that doesn't have a solar pro. Join as a guest on any local chapter. It's free to just join as a guest and get a feel of that local chapter and see if you want to join as the solar professional. That is a great way, guys, to network with all of those people I mentioned, realtors, loan officers, roofers, HVAC contractors. They are in your local BNI networking group. So that's a great, great way to connect with them. Chamber of Commerce is also huge. You recommend that as well. There are also databases, guys, of realtors, like the Green Certified Realtor database. I'll put the link for that in the chat. My brother says call 10 to 20 realtors a day. And right here, you can go on, you can search for realtors in your zip code that are green certified. Give them a call up. Ask them, hey, do you already have a solar referral partner? We give $1,000 for any referrals, or you can join and add solar to your business, offer it to your customers, average commission, blah, 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 have that conversation. And then YouTube videos are also great. If you have a YouTube channel, if you can start a YouTube channel, posting on YouTube. Of course, you guys know that my brother has his YouTube and a new 10-minute video that he has. And then what I do is I put a link in some of his recruiting videos that takes everyone to a landing page. So whether I do Facebook ads, links on YouTube, or from other sources on groups, I send a lot of people to this page right here. And it's real simple. It just has a calendar. It's just saying we're going to teach you about solar business, attend our next live trainings. So I actually do about 4 to 5 recruiting Zooms per week. They're on a calendar. They're group Zooms. And so anyone can join from there. And we promote that on our YouTube, on Facebook ads. That's where we funnel a lot of people. And then that goes into our CRM that we use. And then also Julian, if you guys aren't following my top sales rep named Julian, he has a big YouTube channel, big following. He's one of the top guys on YouTube for solar, generates tons and tons of leads. Check him out. He generates a lot of leads, gives them to top closers around the nation from his videos that are targeted to homeowners. All right, so that's a lot of the ways that you can find and connect with people, right? And you want to start the conversation, give them that 1-2 punch, ask them if they've offered solar to their customers, if they have a solar referral partner. Start the conversation with them, right? And then you want to collect their name, email address, and phone number. From there, we're going to figure out how to keep in touch with them. So the first level is, again, just keeping a Google sheet, just like I showed you guys. So when I do those recruiting Zooms every week, I list people right here and I put their name, where they're from, and what they do. And some people I can just kind of tell they're more higher priority if they've done solar, if they've done sales, if they're pretty entrepreneurial. I'm going to mark them as high priority and make sure I follow back up with them. In a document right here, I also have just some very simple responses. So on LinkedIn, when I message people, we ask them a personal thing. If they've heard about Powur before, if they're currently selling solar, I have a little thing to tell them about Powur, kind of a quick little teaser. So just keeping some text messages, like this, that you can just copy and paste and send them text messages individually is one way, and keeping it on the spreadsheet that you can follow up with people, right? And guys, my brother and I did that for probably the first year or two, and we recruited hundreds of people just using spreadsheets and sold, lots of homeowners, again, just using spreadsheets. So don't overcomplicate it initially, and then we use Google Voice. Google Voice is a free phone number that you can use, and it's Wi-Fi enabled, so I can use it anywhere in the world. And you can do all of these. It's basically like a cell phone number, so you can text people, you can call people from Google Voice, and that's a great way to distinguish your work. I use that a lot of times for work and recruiting. So you can use Google Voice to text people, copying and pasting replies, and then Gmail, again, copying and pasting some typical templates, some messages. And ChatGBT, guys, I can't tell you how good ChatGBT is. If you want to ask ChatGPT, hey, I have a list of realtors I found, give me a message to promote the solar business to them. The more detailed you can get ChatGPT, they're going to give you some really, really good responses, some initial text messages, some initial emails that you can just copy and paste and send people. Okay. And funnels and automated messages, that's the next level, right? So again, there's levels to this. Level 1 is just kind of manually with the spreadsheet. Level 2 is using some automation. Okay. You can do a texting service called Simply Texting. I used to use that, or Easy Texting is another one. There's also other blasts like Call Them Out or whatnot. And then for emails, there's MailChimp. I've used that one before. There's other emailing services. There's that Bomb video email service that Jordan Shaw likes to use. So these allow you to text multiple people at the same time. So as you're building your database, right, whether you're collecting people's information from social media, whether it's the ads, whether it's the Green Realtor database, whether it's BNI, you're needing to save all these contacts, right? Hopefully you have some sort of spreadsheet, database, some basic CRM system where you can save these people. And then these services like Simply Texting or MailChimp also allow you to upload those lists and be able to text them all or email them all at one time in bulk, right? You can send them videos as well. Calendly, you guys all know Calendly is a good system to keep in touch with people. Initially, you're going to do one-on-one meetings with people, right? Make a 20, 30-minute little Calendly where people can have a one-on-one with you. And then we try to have them watch the 10-minute video before they join on Zoom with us. If you guys have seen the website, thesolarmodel.com, it's just a free landing page that anyone can use and watch the 10-minute video. It used to be a 15-minute video. Now we have a 10-minute video. That's all about Powur 4.0. There's some resources, and this isn't linked to anyone. It's just to promote for our whole team, get back to whoever sent you that video. So we like to send this video out, guys, before we Zoom with people, before people join my Zooms, before that they jump on Zoom with you to discuss the business. Shoot them that website, have them watch that 10-minute video. That's going to speed up the conversation and be able to get you farther while you're on the Zoom or the call with them, right? As far as CRMs go, HubSpot is a great one. They have a free version where you can save people to, put notes, track people, put follow-up reminders for yourself in HubSpot. Go High Level is probably the gold standard in solar. It is very, very advanced, guys. I've been doing CRM systems for 10, 15 years, and Go High Level is complicated for me. It's very, very advanced. I did a training on it a few months back, and we do have an offering for that. If you have a lot of lists or you're interested, check out the training for that. And now with Go High Level, I have a chat bot. So as I get leads coming in, whether it's from Facebook, whether it's from LinkedIn, whether it's from YouTube, my leads automatically come into Go High Level. And then we're using a chat bot to text them. So we used to have some pre-programmed messages. We take them to the website to book a Zoom. Now our chat bot is able to text them automatically. And here's one of the initial texts that we send. Hey, Robert, this is Ashley. I'm part of the Bernasso team. Chris and John asked me to reach out to see how we can help. Do you have solar experience currently? Very, very simple text message, guys. That's the opening text message that our chat bot uses now to message people from all these sources that we get leads in. And so it's keeping it very, very conversational. We used to just send them to this website to book a Zoom, but this conversational approach is actually getting us a much higher booking ratio. And the chat bot is able to book them and ultimately text them and ask them when they're available and go ahead and book them in the text messages directly without having to take them to a separate website. So more conversational is so key, guys. Like a couple of years ago when I did this, sending a longer text message, trying to be more salesy worked pretty well. Now, no one fucking wants to be sold to. Everyone can tell it's an automated message. So the shorter, the more open-ended message you can send someone. Do you currently have solar sales experience, right? Are you open to growing your business with solar? Are you opposed, right? All that type of languaging, right? And just a simple open-ended question. You just want people to reply and to start a conversation with them. Same thing on LinkedIn if you're messaging people on there. Really short, really simple, open-ended questions, guys. I can't tell you how important that is nowadays. And ChatGBT can help you craft those messages as well. So you've added these people, you found these people, you have them in a CRM. Okay, now what the heck do? You're promoting them to watch a video. You're trying to get them to watch the video. You're trying to get them to go ahead and book a Zoom with you so you can talk to them about the opportunity. So you want to share and tease the opportunity, right? You want to tell them their customers are going solar. It depends who you're targeting, right? Are you targeting more sales reps? Are you targeting more home service professionals? You want to speak to them, add income and profit to your business with solar. Some of the highest commissions in the industry, virtually in 25 states, a 6-figure side hustle. We have realtors on our team, guys, that have made over 6 figures a year just giving referrals to our top closers. The best business in a box. I truly think, guys, now with Powur 4.0, that Powur is literally the best business in a box. I mean, the proposals, the websites, market materials, live daily training, certifications, cost of goods. Literally, guys, Powur is the best business in a box in America, and solar is going to keep growing and double in the next few years. There's going to be more people going solar in the next 5 years than the last 50 years combined. And what I'm telling you guys right now, you already know, but these are some of the things I say while I'm on the Zoom to get people excited, to get people motivated, right? Post your wins on social media. Are you helping people going solar? Did you grow your team? Post a picture of your new teammate, just like Rick Joseph does in the Powur Pioneers group and welcomes people. Post that on your social media. Build out your social media presence, your profiles, your images, your videos, your goals, and then share the video, the 10-minute video that I posted, right? The solar model. Share that, as well as share any events, guys. The Monday night Powur Hour that is back on is a great way to build into that. On social media, you want to make sure, these are some older images, but check out my brother's social media accounts, his LinkedIn, his YouTube, his Instagram, and you'll see some of the things he shares. He's now giving you the social media shareable once a week. So if you're not following my brother on all these platforms, follow him, replicate, duplicate what he shares, what he posts. copy and paste him. I don't care. He's not going to mind. Just copy and paste what he does, some of his images, some of his graphics, some of his customer installs, right? And then following up and discussing power and the opportunity. So you've built up your database, you've gotten business cards, people from social media, emails, phone numbers, you're dripping on them, you're texting them, you're emailing them, you're talking about expansion, about growth, about their business. You're inviting them to weekly Zoom meetings, whether it's your own personal Calendly, whether it's you're calling them, whether you're inviting them to Monday night. Any new videos, opportunities, insights, power updates, new states we launched in, Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island. Share that, guys. That's huge. Solar companies are going bankrupt right now. We're growing, we're expanding, right? Watching the video before, and then when I do my group Zooms, guys, I use a slide deck very similar to the Power Hour slide deck. And I talk to people about myself, about how solar is growing and will double in the next 5 years, about energy deregulation, the largest transfer of wealth in history. I show them the residential solar installations and the forecast for the next few years, right? Because if you want to get involved in this business, you want to know the industry and the business is growing. So I use a very similar slide deck to the Power Hour, how we've done $1 billion in sales. I tell all my people to take a picture, a screenshot of our coverage map, because they can sell virtually in any of these states nationwide. The setter, the sales pro, the closer, the new fast pay. I show them a proposal example, show them how the commission breaks down. And I really incentivize my new teammates, right? That this is not going to be easy. Construction is hard. A lot of people, and I pulled this image from social media, a lot of people will go spend money on the latest iPhone, dinner and drinks out, watching Netflix all the time, right? The more time, energy, and money you invest in your business, in yourself, in your education, the better your business is going to perform, right? And so we have lots of ways you can grow your business. We do our 90-day challenges. We have, of course, our education, Powur University, lots of trainings that we have available. And I give a personal touch too. I talk about the philanthropy we do, the home builds we do, and I show people just how much of an awesome freaking community that we've built, and we've created lifelong friends from this business, how we're into biohacking, breath work, all these things, because the better your mind and your body are, the better your business is going to be. And we've proven that. So this is kind of the slide deck I show my recruits as I'm on Zoom. It's very somewhat similar to the 10-minute video you guys will see. And then I'll show them the back office and I'll show them part of that. So that's literally, guys, when I do my recruiting Zooms, what I go through with the people on the Zooms. There's some new calculators, by the way. I'm going to post this link in the chat. So there's a setter calculator, which is also great to review with people that have not done solar before, so they can calculate what type of income they can generate depending on how many sits they think they can get per week. So there's some new calculators, guys. These are awesome for recruiting as well. And then what I do, guys, when I'm on the Zoom or talking to someone is I send them my join link. Now you can find in your back office your seller join link. This is mine right here. And what I do a lot of times, guys, I'll just get their email address and I will plug it in for them. So I'll plug in their email address. While they're on Zoom with me, I'll tell them I just emailed you. You're going to receive an email from Powur. It says sign up. You've been invited to Powur. And now, guys, on my recruiting Zooms, as I'm doing my recruiting Zooms weekly, I'm getting people joining. 50 to 60% of people on the Zooms with me now are joining on the spot because I give them my link. I tell them fill it out, or I email them directly myself. And I have them join while they're on the Zoom with me. And I kind of tease them. I tell them, hey, go ahead and take 2 minutes, make sure you get the email, sign up, and I'm going to send you my resources. I'm going to send you my 7 steps of success. All right. So when they join, the 20-minute onboarding is step 1. And then I send them my 7 steps of success. You guys may know I have my online resource called solarmasterguide.com. I'll put this in the chat if anyone wants to save it. And on the solarmasterguide.com, I just have a few resources for my team. How to get questions answered is on the first tab. The second tab is for new and steps. So these are our 7 steps of success that we recommend all new sales reps complete, as well as our chat groups, our Facebook groups as well. So I send that out. For solar pros that have done solar before, there's some steps they can take to get sales pro status as quickly as possible. There's some other trainings in here. Of course, most is on my brother's YouTube. We did just load up some new Zoom presentations that my brother has done in the last month or two, if you guys want to watch him present to homeowners right there. And there's some other tools that I have in here and some other things in this document. So I send people this, and while they're on the Zoom with me, I tell them, hey, go ahead and sign up. I'm going to send you my 7 steps of success, our private Facebook, private chat group. And yeah, have a Zoom meeting with them to review their goals. You want to get them engaged. I text everyone to go ahead and join this training. Any new sales reps I get, I have an automatic text every Tuesday at 9 a.m. that goes out to promote them to get on this training. So keeping in touch, those tools, those automated emails and text message systems, you can use that for your new sales reps to keep your reps engaged. Send them an automatic message once a week. The second week after they joined, I send them a message. Hey, did you complete your 20-minute onboarding? What did you think about the 7 steps of success? And then I have a personal calendar on Calendly that I'll send them for a teammate strategy Zoom. So once they've done the onboarding, joined, I'll send them my personal calendar link. That way I can connect with them, see what their goals are, help them in whatever direction they need to go in. Some guys like to make Facebook groups or chat groups. I believe Tom and his team still have the WhatsApp chat group as well. And sharing trainings with them. You guys know we send emails out quite often, sharing resources and checking in with them. Try to check in with your new teammates and really, building friendships with them. Bobby Smith says the people on your team, you should know their children's name. What's their wife? What'd they do that weekend? Like, you want to get on a personal level with them and build that stickiness so that they're going to just relate to you, the company, more so. A lot of guys are kind of just come and go, and it's like, oh, the red line, oh, this. But if we can build a personal relationship, provide value for them, get to know them, share resources, trainings, and value with them, that's just going to make the relationship that much harder. And solar is not easy. It's construction. It takes time. There's issues that come up. So building that friendship, maintaining that with them is super, super key. So I think that's about all I have for you guys today. We can do some Q&A or take any questions.
Awesome. Give Chris some love in the chat, everyone. A lot of nuggets were shared there, a lot of resources, a lot of links. The recording will be uploaded to my YouTube channel like always. But save the chat right now. Go get those links. Make sure you save them, bookmark them. And obviously that's why he's made 7 figures in commission in almost three years.